If someone doesn't know what to study, which program to choose, or even which country to consider, where should they begin?
That's a good question. So it follows actually the general idea that we discussed previously. Look, there is a list of questions when you're doing the research. There is a list of questions that you should put for yourself, like 5, 6 questions to start with. The first question always is, what do you want to study? What do you like? It starts with like. It's a very vague idea because people come and say, I like this, I like that, I like that. The young people, look, I like to go to the moon. I always say this. Seriously, I like to go to the moon. But can I do it? I keep it as a wish. But I know down there that it's impossible. I cannot even go to the space because I need the money, I need the time, I have to be very young and strong. All right. But nonetheless, it starts there. What do you like? If you don't like medicine, I'm a medical doctor. And I love it. If I die and I'm born again I will become a medical doctor. I love that. But if you don't like it, okay, let's not talk about it much. It starts there. Number 2, second question that you should answer. Where would you like to study and in what language? That's a very basic question that any student should answer. Do you want to stay at your home country or you want to go abroad? And we can discuss about this later, why you should stay or you should not stay at your home, or why you should go out, or it's better if you're not going out. Europe or any other place, it doesn't matter for that matter. So the second question is, you should answer that, yes, I want to go to Europe. Very good. Now we know that you want to go to Europe, we discuss it. Then the students come and say, okay, which country in Europe? It's not easy like that. I cannot answer you which country. Even in Hungary, some students come and say, I want to stay in Budapest, I'm not going to Szeged. I'm not going to Pécs, or I'm not going to Debrecen, I'm not going to Miskolc. I say, why? And I joke sometimes. I say, why? You want to become the mayor of Budapest, or you want to buy Budapest? No, I love Budapest. That's not good enough answer. Because you should find a place at the end of the day which suits to your conditions the best, answers your questions the best. So where? We decided that you want to come to Europe. Perfect, come to Europe. Which country in the Europe? We don't know yet. It depends on the following questions. What are the following questions? Which university? Well, there are hundreds of universities and colleges in Europe. Which one you want to choose? Again, it depends on what field I want to continue with. Let me stay on the example of medicine, which I mentioned, general medicine, because you finish your general medicine for 6 or 7 years first, and then if you want, you can go for specialty. The fact of the matter is that for your general medicine, it really doesn't matter which university in Europe you choose. There are some differences, but in general, the programs are similar. So the medical degree that I get from a university in Hungary, we have 4 medical universities in Hungary, this MD, medical doctor degree that I get from Hungary, any of the 4 universities, or I get from Germany, or I get from France, or Slovenia, or Romania, they're all the same. We study anatomy, physiology, pathology. There is no difference. So don't stay on that in Hungary, this university is better than that university. There's nothing like that. They're all the same. Cities are different. The life in Budapest is different from the life, a little bit, is different from the Szeged and that. So we understand this. The next question is the financial question. How much money you want to spend, or you can spend. This needs to be discussed with your parents. Now, at this level, the universities and the cities and countries They're very different. They're not the same. So if I cannot afford an expensive university for medicine, for example, I go to a less expensive, I cannot say cheap, but I go to a less expensive or a cheaper university in Europe for medicine. The degree is the same, the knowledge is the same, the experience overall is the same, and minute differences, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter that I spent twice as much only to be in a crowded city. It's again depends on your character, and it depends on how much money your parents and you can afford for that. And then the language. Language is important. If I want to go to Germany and study in Germany, or I want to go to Sweden, or I want to go to Italy, to Spain, so I need German language, I need Swedish language, I need French if I'm studying in France, and all that. But I say, no, as a non-European, or even as a European, you as a Hungarian, you want to go to another country and study, you want to study in the native language of that country, or you say, no, I don't want to spend much time learning the language of that country. It's difficult. People can come to Hungary and study in Hungarian. Of course you can, but you have to spend how many years? You're an expert in this. You need at least 2 years, maybe?
3.
Or 3 years. Thank you. You need 3 years to study only Hungarian language before I mean, as a non-Hungarian, before I can go to university and study in Hungarian. So I say, no. With all my due respect, but I don't have that time. So I choose English. I say English. That's what most of our students, our international students do. They say, I come to Europe, but I want to study in English, not in the language of that specific country. In many cases you can. In some cases you cannot. For instance, in Germany or in France, the options to study in English in Germany, in France, or in Sweden, in Norway, they're very limited. So you don't have many options. Even in Hungary, for instance, so a university here, a medical university, for instance, like Semmelweis University, they have more than 100 different programs in Hungarian. Out of these 100 different programs, only about 10 programs are also offered in English. So I can come here, I can study at Semmelweis University in English, but I have to choose among those 10, not the whole 100 different programs. That's a fact. So the language is there also. These are the main questions, main points. And based on that, we can narrow down to which country, to which university, and to what field I would like apply to and work for it. Something which I always recommend to our students and to the parents is that you have to prepare yourself, of course. And I know you have a question about that. I will answer it there. You have to prepare yourself for these studies and applications to the universities and getting admitted, hopefully. I always say that when you have reached to this point, you cannot have only one shot. You should not. Apply to 3, 4, 5, 6 universities. I know it's a little bit extra work, an application only. It's a little bit extra money you have to spend, but it is worth it. I've had students who have applied to 5 universities. They have been admitted by all the 5 universities. It's such a great feeling. Now you choose. I've had students in medicine that universities, they were competing with each other because the student was so good. And one of the universities said, don't go there. I'll give you 1,000 euro of a scholarship or discount. And it's a great feeling. You have several options in front of you, which all of them serve your purposes. Get admitted to all of them, then decide where you would like to go. All this is part of the consultation that our consultants and advisors do. Students can come on board, apply, and my colleagues, I sometimes do it myself because I love it. You know, they arrange online sessions to answer the questions and to consult you, help you to make the decision where you would like to go. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.